Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Williams from eDrugstore.md. What is the difference between cold sores and herpes? Many people are confused about the difference and there are a lot of rumors. So let us here at eDrugstore.md put this issue to rest for you once and for all. Cold sores is a term that is a common name that refers to viral sort of outbreaks or lesions that occur around the lips and the mouth. Typically, your standard cold sores are caused by herpes simplex virus type 1. There is also a type 2 virus that most of the time accounts for genital herpes, though the two do overlap and you can have type 2 causing cold sores and vice versa. That's why it's good for you to get a good diagnosis with your physician. Now, herpes virus is not completely cured by medication. Typically, people will have herpes for life. What happens is the virus itself will go to sleep and lie dormant and not replicating and reproducing itself in nearby nerves, say in the case of cold sores, nerves near the face, and will only occasionally flare up. Sometimes months or years go between flare-ups, but what they have in common is that during times of stress or sometimes for no apparent reason for all, both types of herpes virus simplexes can cause outbreaks. Herpes is the one generally associated with the sexually transmitted disease, though both are easily communicable, that is, passed from person to person by any kind of physical contact. Even if you're not having a current outbreak that's obvious to you, you can still be contagious with either type of cold sore. Because type 1 can cause genital herpes, though it's the minority of cases, and vice versa, that type 2 can also cause cold sore outbreaks or different lesions around the mouth. It's important for you to get a definitive diagnosis so you'll have an idea of what to expect when you realize you have one of these two diseases. They are viral infections and can be tested with blood tests to make sure which one you're dealing with. Now, many people do have cold sores that are fairly severe. Either they haven't happened frequently or they're disfiguring to the face. And if that's the case, if it's really interfering with your livelihood or your social life, that sort of thing, it is possible to have a physician write for you a prescription for the same antiviral medications that are used for the genital herpes to be used for cold sores. Valtrex and acyclovir both can be used. There are others, but discuss this with your doctor. Another option you may have to limit the number of flare-ups would be to be on a long-term suppressive, sort of low-dose antiviral medication. But only you and your doctor can decide that. Alternatively, you can go to www.eDrugstore.md and order Valtrex or acyclovir, and then be prepared to fill out a medical questionnaire. They have licensed U.S. physicians that can consider writing a prescription for you, particularly if you already have a known diagnosis and like to keep sort of a stockpile around because of Murphy's Law. Perhaps you seem to only get outbreaks on Friday afternoon or that sort of thing, and you want to take these medications as early as possible, as soon as the very first symptoms come with a herpes or cold sore type outbreak. So remember that these viruses are not completely curable. The medical aim would be to decrease the number of flare-ups and decrease the duration of them and the severity of them, and hopefully even the pain associated with it. So with eDrugstore.md, I'm Dr. Daniel Williams.